Hello, everyone. This is Crystal Storm, a.k.a. DCS with Invest Comics TV, and we are talking to Theirry Charlemagne. I love your last name, by the way. Your last name is awesome. It's such a fun one. And you are the Vice President of FacePalm Comics, which is really exciting. So, Theirry, for those of the audience who don't know, what is FacePalm Comics? What do you guys do?
FacePalm Comics, what we generally do is we create fun and exciting and entertaining comic books. The company was established in August 13th of last year, and we started out with a preview book, which was actually debuted at SuperCon, and was received fairly well. And we then started on a different project, which was created and written by myself, entitled Entity, which has also been received very well, and our flagship title, which we are very proud of.
Excellent. Tell us a little bit about Entity, since you wrote it. What's it about?
Entity revolves around the life of a young teenage girl named Maxine Lee. She's the daughter of a parallel physicist, Theirry Lee, kind of in a post-apocalyptic futurite setting. The overall theme of the story is around Max and her exhibiting these strange abilities right around the time that there's kind of this conflict, almost like a political conflict going on in the main city, the main technologically advanced city called Crystal City. But the story is generally revolving around Max, her relationship with her father, and just kind of the conflicts that's going to be happening in between her and her father, and kind of the other things that are going to be happening within the story.
Excellent. So you're a writer. I'm a writer too. I love writers. Writers are just cool. So how did you get into comics? Like, were you a comic book writer first, or did you just kind of write your own short stories, or how did that evolve?
Yeah, I started off with writing short stories. I've actually been writing since I was about in the third grade. Just kind of did it one day, and during a school.
What was your first story? Come on, you gotta tell us.
No, it's fine. It was a story that I wrote called Mutant Kids. And it was about these kids who, and believe it or not, this was in third grade, but it was about these kids who were around this toxic waste dump, and they all got kind of infected in a way, and they all had different powers. But they were all capable of kind of mutating into different things, hence the title Mutant Kids. And yeah, I kind of went with that story, and after that, I started writing a whole bunch of different shorts, some pretty long ones. And I actually talked with LeVar. I met him when we were kind of colleagues 3 or 4 years back, and kind of told me some of my stories, and he was very, very, very intrigued, very interested. And it was kind of a few years later, after I kind of moved away and lost contact for a little bit, and he contacted me by email, told me about this little endeavor he was trying to go into with a comic book company called FacePalm, and told me about it. I got real interested, and I jumped on board, and we've been doing it ever since. It's been a very, very fun and very, very educational ride.
Absolutely. Do you find that you like writing for comic books better than the short stories, or do you still kind of want to do both?
To be honest, I kind of want to do both, but at the same time, writing for comics is almost natural to me, because I am more of a visual writer. When I write, I do see things a little bit more differently, whereas some people would rather feel comfortable writing by explaining certain things through adjectives or through, the environment or different things like that, whereas when I wrote for comic books, I kind of already knew how I wanted things to look and how I wanted things to feel, and it just came naturally.
Well, that's excellent. That sounds like a lot of fun. So tell me, the concept around Entity, where did you come up with that idea?
Entity actually was derived from a short story that I wrote a few years back, and it was a complete rewrite from what I originally had wrote, just to make it a little bit more I would say adapted to the comic form. So we LeVar and myself, we looked at the story, went about writing it, and kind of putting it into different panels and such, and it came out into the entity, and we kind of explained it and showed it off to some of our friends and families, and they were very, very interested, and we said, yeah, we should go ahead with it. So that's exactly what we did.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Theirry, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a really short break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk more about you and FacePalm Comics.
All right.
Here's a riddle for you. What do the California gold rush of the 1850s, secret societies, coded messages, mysterious 19th century flying machines, and an early 20th century outside artist named Charles A. Delshaw all have in common? The Secrets of Delshaw by Dennis Crenshaw and Pete Navarro. Go to www.secretsofdelshaw.com to learn more.
This is Crystal Storm, a.k.a. DCS, Comics TV. We so good? Okay. And talking to Theirry of FacePalm Comics. We're having a great conversation. So, Theirry, we were just briefly talking about your title entity. So tell me a little bit more about your relationship with LeVar. How did you guys meet?
We used to work together, actually. We were colleagues at a certain company, and we really kind of hit it off, like, right off from the start. We talked about different things that we had done in the past. He used to be into the music industry, and he used to do a little bit of art. And I told him how I loved to write. At the time, I was kind of studying screenwriting and film, and he was very interested in some of the ideas that I had, which in turn led to him contacting me later on down the road when he was establishing FacePalm Comics as a company. So I think just the general interest that we had, we were one and the same. Whenever we're around people, they always mistake us for brothers, and we're like, no, we're not related. Just because we have that like personality and just the same, just the same overall feeling towards people, the attitude towards people. So yeah, we are great friends, even better partners through FacePalm, and it's been a great ride since the beginning.
Excellent. Where did you come up with the name FacePalm Comics? Because it just makes me so happy.
To be honest, that was LeVar's invention. He kind of came up with the name. It was sort of an inadvertent thing. He was, I guess, thinking of different names and kind of said something to himself, and he just did the face palm, and it came up as that. So, yeah, it almost an inadvertent strike of genius, I guess. And the actual logo was designed by a different artist who's used to be with the company, who's no longer we're associated with it, but the logo was created to reflect the name, and it's actually one of the most popular things that people really like about the company, which we're very proud of.
Very cool logo. So tell me, how did it feel to hold that comic book in your hands for the first time, to kind of see your work as a finished product?
It was very exciting. It was very exciting, very satisfying. I mean, we worked very hard on the script. We worked a little bit harder on kind of getting it explained to the artist and getting it, just the way we wanted. But in the end, seeing the final product, it's kind of you see the culmination of everything, all your hard work and all the time, just kind of put into that one package, and it was very good. It was, almost awe-inspiring in a way to finally see it made. But yeah, it even gave us that push to go in and make the next issue, and a lot of people, it was in very high demand. A lot of people really wanted to see what was going to happen next within the story. So we're very proud of that as well.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, you said you write very visually. Do you find that helps in working with graphic artists and kind of making them see your vision and translating it in?
Yeah, I do. A lot of the artists, whenever I kind of explain exactly what I'm looking for, or the exact feel of a scene or of a panel, they find it a lot easier to see what I'm seeing, just because I'm able to kind of visualize things a little bit easier than maybe the average writer who's a little bit more accustomed to writing novels or something, a little bit more descriptive in words. So I think that's kind of one of my strong points, and it's something that I'm even to this day trying to work on a little better, because no one's perfect. You always work at what you're doing, work at what you're doing, and even being kind of new to the field, it's something that I take pleasure in, just kind of learning a new form, learning a new craft. Even though it's the same type of writing, but it's in a different form, and that's also even the funnest part.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's talk about the business side very briefly. I know that, you're a writer, and as writers, we tend to just want to create, but you're also the vice president of FacePalm Comics. So how are you balancing that out, being, having to step away from your creativity and get on the administrative stuff and then, back to being creative?
It's definitely a balancing act, but at the same time, it's also fun. I mean, we do have to do a lot of marketing. We do have to do a lot of public relations, trying to keep ourselves, attached with our readers and with our fans. So we do utilize, of course, some of the more popular social networks, your Facebook, and the other different forms that they have. We are trying to currently bring about a website probably by the end of March, where we're going to be able to connect a little bit easier with our fans. But for now, fans, if they're interested, you can go onto Facebook and type in FacePalm Comic, and we should be able to come up, and our fans can connect with us there. But being vice president is been a great pleasure working with the company. I mean, it's definitely fun. A little bit nerve-wracking sometimes, because you want to make sure that you're definitely having that good image for your company, and that you're going in the right direction at all times. But it's definitely fun, and it's definitely an adventure.
Excellent. So, Theirry, very briefly here, what's next for you guys? What's in the pipe?
In the next couple of months, we are working on 2 new titles. We are working on a title entitled Trey, which will be written by LeVar, and there's going to be another title as well entitled Mortal, which will be written by myself. Both titles are going to be set within the sci-fi action genre, but the stories are going to be very, very interesting. We actually just had a recent event yesterday, as a matter of fact, at a local store, and we passed out flyers with the synopsises and kind of explained to a lot of the people there what the stories were about, and they were very interested and very excited for the new titles to come out. But for the future, in the next couple of months, anyone who's very interested in what we're about, you can jump onto our Facebook page. As soon as our website's up, we'll drop a link. We'll let you know. Like us, and we'll feed you all the information you need. And we're very devoted to our fans and our readers, and we really appreciate anyone who can go on there and just kind of show us a little bit of support.
Absolutely. So you heard it from him. Get on Facebook and support FacePalm Comics. Theirry, it was a great pleasure talking with you today. Thank you so much, and I wish you guys all the best. It sounds very exciting. I can't wait to read some of them.
All right, so thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to come on here and talk with your viewers, and I hope you guys check us out.
Absolutely. This is Crystal and Theirry with Invest Comics TV. We are signing off. Till next time.
Greetings, Earthlings. I am McFruit Planet Zordon. Watch my friends, Dennis, Crenshaw, and Rick Osman, film Unraveling the Secrets, right here on the Soup Media Network each Saturday at midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific, and each Sunday, at noon Eastern. They will bring you interesting guests and information from all over, above, or inside your pathetic little planet. Oh my. I've misplaced my tinfoil derby.